Hello! In today's video, I'm going to be explaining how to use command blocks to create custom currencies, as well as a banking system to exchange your custom currencies for other currencies. This includes exchanging 10 emeralds for 1 diamond, vice versa, and how to make sure that the player has 10 emeralds in the first place to exchange for 1 diamond. It is a currency party! Yes, I did write that on the script. Let's jump right in. Go ahead and go over to mcstacker.net. Make sure you're in the version that you want and go over to the /give command. In the give command, you're going to select @p for the nearest player and change the item on the bottom there to whatever item you want your currency to be. We're using emeralds and I'm going to name it test currency and give it a color of green. Go to the lore, put whatever lore you want in there, and I'm changing this one to yellow. Go to the bottom, make it count 64. And this is the command up here. You're going to go ahead and copy this portion only and go back in. Go ahead and place your block down, and we're going to run a command where we're going to execute as all within a distance of 6 blocks. The 2 dots right there means within 6 blocks, and if you put the 2 dots on the outside, it would mean 6 blocks or greater. We're going to store the result and score it at S, the one running the command, and this is going to be your scoreboard objective, so this can be any name that you want, just make sure that it's consistent. So I'm naming emerald count 2, we're going to run clear at the entity who's running the command, and this is where you're going to paste in that command and change the count to 0 at the end. What this is basically doing is it is checking to see how many emeralds you have and clearing 0 of them. That is the way that we can test for basically all these emeralds in your inventory. So now we're going to create the actual command block that gives us the emeralds or the test currency that we created. So paste that command in, type give @p for the nearest player, and when you press the button, it should give you 64 of the test currency that we created earlier. Next, we're going to create another command block that's going to set the sidebar displayed active. So we're going to execute if there is an entity in all entities within a distance of 10 blocks. We're going to run the scoreboard objectives set display sidebar and then the name of the objective, which is emerald count 2, and then change that to repeat and always active so that it's constantly searching. Now we're going to actually create the scoreboard itself because we don't technically have one yet. So we're going to run scoreboard objectives, add the name of it, which is going to be emerald count 2, and dummy. Leave that as impulse and needs redstone. We're going to place another command block, and this is going to be the actual exchange rate. So this is going to take 10 emeralds out of your inventory. We're going to execute if there's an entity, the closest entity is within 10 blocks and has a score of emerald count 2 equals, and the score we're doing is 10. So that's the exchange rate. So this is basically saying if the player has 10 or more emeralds, we're going to run this command. And it's going to run clear at the player who is within 10 blocks and has the score of 10 or higher for emerald count 2. We are going to clear the specific items. So we're going to go ahead and paste those items, that specific item, back into the command, just like that, and change that number on the in there to the number you want it to take away. So we're going to take 10 away. We're going to put it on chain and always active. Now go ahead and go back to mcstacker.net because we need to create the item that we're exchanging for. So in this case, we're going to be using diamonds, and I'm going to change this to test currency 2, leave it as the same color as green, and the lore test lore 2. We're going to change this to 1 down here because we only want 1 in return. So we can just copy this whole give command and then go ahead and make another command block. We're going to execute this command if the entity @p is within a distance, and we're going to do a distance of 10 blocks and also scores a scoreboard for emerald count 2 of 10 or higher. So this is the same validation command we're using for the taking of emeralds, but now we're just giving back 1 diamond. So we're going to run give and paste the whole give command in there, and the count is already set to 1, chain always active, and as you can see, the new scoreboard is displaying emerald count 2, and it is displaying accurately because I have 64 of the test currency, and when you get rid of them, the number goes down, and when you get them, the number goes up. Here, I was trying to figure out why it wasn't exchanging, and that's because I forgot the D in emerald, and as you can see now that the command is named properly, that it is taking away emeralds and giving me back diamonds. when you get below 10 emeralds, as you can see, it's not running the command anymore. Now you may be asking yourself, why is this chain of commands actually important? And that's because we on this server play with shops in adventure mode. So we've created a shop system, 1 heavy gem for a water breathing potion. As you can see, I have heavy gems, and if you use it on the blue carpet, it gives you your water breathing potion. But if you try to use your regular gems, it doesn't work. So this system allows players to exchange their regular gems for heavy gems so that they can farm up better items. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. It's free content, and if you get annoyed with me, you can always unsubscribe.